Hello, my name is Benjamin Hewlett and welcome to our channel, Death and Taxes. Today we're talking about the CARES Act, and specifically we're talking about the stimulus checks that the CARES Act promised. These checks are really exciting because they are supposed to go out to the majority of Americans. Now, there are some rules behind it and some of it's a little bit shaky in terms of the details. So I'm going to tell you what I know, or the best of what I know, and you'll have to see in the future if there's some of these details that change. But currently, what's known is that everybody that filed taxes in 2019 and 2018 potentially are going to receive checks if you made less than $75,000 or $150,000 if you are married. So $1,200 would go to a single person or potentially like a head of household, and then a $2,400 would go to a married filing joint couple. Now, if you make more than $75,000 or $150,000 if you're married, you still potentially could get a check. It just might be reduced. And how much is it reduced, you ask? It is reduced by $5 for every $100 that you make over that limit. So what about kids? Well, kids also can add to the stimulus check. If you have kids, you can make an additional $500 per kid up to 2. So that could be a hefty check, up to $3,400 for a married filing joint with 2 or more children. So that's great news for a lot of us. Again, potentially you will get one of these checks. If you make more than that, you'll just have to do a quick calculation to determine how much that is. Now the next question is, what if you didn't file taxes? Well, my recommendation is file your taxes. So if you didn't file because you didn't owe anything in 2018, do a quick file of those 2018 or 2019 taxes, and hopefully that'll put you in the queue to get one of these stimulus checks. Now, there's not really any guidance on whether or not, if you file at this point, whether you'll get one of those stimulus checks, but at least it's the best way to try to get one. Now, how are those checks coming? Are they going to come in a paper check in the mail, or are they going to get direct deposited? That depends on whether or not you filed for direct deposit or for a paper check in 2018 or 2019 when you filed your taxes. So if you did have direct deposit, then the IRS is going to try to direct deposit as many as they possibly can. Now, obviously, a lot of us owe taxes as well. So if you owe and they don't have a direct deposit number on file, a routing and account number, then they obviously are going to have to mail you a check. However, if in 2018 you did have for your 2018 taxes, you did have a routing and account number, then they will use that. So anything after January 1 of 2019 that was filed, they will use that routing and account number to direct deposit, because it costs them less money to direct deposit. So they're going to try to direct deposit as many as they possibly can. Now, obviously there's going to be situations where maybe you change your bank account, maybe you moved, maybe you just don't get that check. Now that obviously kind of sucks, right? Don't worry. From my understanding and from what I've read is that all of the stimulus checks will basically be kind of worked out on your 2020 taxes. So next year in 2021, during the tax season, if you should have got a stimulus check and you didn't get one, then it should be worked out on your 2020 taxes. Now, one of the cool things is that let's say you haven't filed your 2019 taxes, okay? So in 2018, on your 2018 taxes that you would have filed during the tax season of 2019, let's say that you made less than $150,000. So you get a stimulus check, right? Well, let's say in 2019 you made too much money. So let's say you made $200,000. The IRS is not going to make you pay back that stimulus check. Now, that's my understanding, and that's what I've read from the IRS guidance. So hopefully that's true. I believe it is. So that's one of the cool perks. So if you haven't filed your 2019 taxes, you might want to hold off if you made more than that $150 if you're joint or $75 if you're single. So just another quick note. Thanks again for watching. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Thanks for watching Death and Taxes.
This video has been brought to you by QuickTax Pro. If you want a tax professional like myself to prepare your taxes at a fraction of the cost and time, download QuickTax Pro. See the link in the description below.